Hello traders, so welcome to the weekly outlook and setups volume 185. You perfectly know what we're gonna do in this video, but in fact this is a monthly outlook and setups because we had the monthly candle closure. Happy new month, by the way. March is here, an amazing month. It's my birthday month. Spring is coming in here. The vibes are starting to get much more positive. Winter is going away, so hopefully the market is also gonna bless us with some amazing trading opportunities. You also know what I do every single month on the monthly outlook and setups. I pick one lucky winner that has been commenting on all my videos and that has a heart badge alongside his name, who is gonna receive full lifetime access to everything I offer, my private program, which is absolutely incredible. For this month, it is Mr. Charlie the Genius. Thank you so much, brother, for commenting on every single video, for always leaving your feedback, for always saying thanks, and I look forward to welcoming you in the team. Take your trading to the next level and then see what we actually have in store inside the private community. So for the others, make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notification bell, and always leave a comment letting me know what is your trade of the week, how was your performance, what did you do this week, what kind of opportunities you're looking for next week, so that you just leave a comment, you get your hard badge, and you're also gonna get a chance to join the community. So without further ado, I just want to get into the video because we have a lot to cover in this one. Alright, you know where we're gonna start. We're gonna get started with the Dixie, have a look what the dollar is doing on the monthly time frame. Pretty much the monthly, you know that I don't like the hard time frames like monthly, weekly, because they do not change that often. They like maintain this overall bias, right? But it's all about those intraday moves, right? Me as a day trader, I can even classify myself as a scalper. I don't care much what happens on the monthly, right? What I care about is mostly what happens on the hourly and the 15 minutes. So those hard time frames, they're good to know, right? It's good to know where price is and where potentially the macro can go. But again, in terms of day trading, you can be short, long, short, long, short, long without caring much about the monthly, right? So this is just my psychology. I know a lot of people are always preaching hard time frame. And again, the highest time frames are always gonna prevail. Right, so if for example you're bearish on the 15 minute but it goes up, why? Because the hourly was bullish. If you were bullish on the hourly but it went down, why? Well, because the daily was bearish, probably. Right, so enough of my rant. Let's check out the economic calendar. Next week we have some interesting news. Monday starting with retail sales for the Eurozone. Then we have testimony from Mr. Powell on Tuesday. Testifying again on Wednesday, and on Wednesday we have interest rate for CAT, very important, GDP for the Euro, right? Thursday, GDP for JPY, and Friday we have NFP. Okay, so I thought this is, we had the first Friday yesterday of the month, but we did not have NFP, so it's scheduled for March 10th. So I usually like when the brand new month starts immediately on the first week with NFP, so then we have a whole new month without the NFP. So right now, this week, we actually gotta wait for it, but that's perfectly fine. So let's jump into the technicals and of course make sure that you're aware of the news that are happening on a daily basis. So again, I remember from the last outlook we had, we pretty much drew this overall Fibonacci right there. You can see from the low to the high. Again, it depends where we take out the low. I personally, I'm gonna take it from here. 50% got tagged, and as you can see, this little low right there also got taken out, right? This was a pretty good base demand, right? The market came in, probably reacted, took it out, and right now it's reacting to the upside. Okay, so again, the monthly time frame, it's bullish, right? We had 4 months of bearishness. Right now I have one bullish month. It's not an engulfing candle, but it's a pretty strong candle. So can we say we're turning bullish? Maybe, right? But that's the information you can get, right? Monthly is bullish. It's below the 50%. So yes, it could start pushing higher, but what it could also do is it can make a couple of more legs down before it pushes up. Right, so again, it does not give me as much value as, for example, the 4-hourly time frame is gonna give it, right? So weekly time frame, still, we are still kind of rejecting from this supply right there. You can see we have 4 bullish weeks right there after we took out this low. We came into the supply and rejected for once. Then we have a bullish candle. This week I thought we could break, but no, we're having a bearish candle. So then again, I can potentially forecast 2 things. We're either gonna drop, right? Or we are either gonna, for example, react, break above, and then turn bullish. Okay, so right now, if the monthly is bullish, right, the weekly is bearish. So in order to have that alignment, right, then the weekly has to break above this level. Okay, Is this a major lower high? Well, maybe not. I don't have rules for my weekly time frame, but I'm just gonna take it as a major lower high. And if this one breaks, I can say that, okay, the weekly is also turning bullish. Daily time frame is definitely bullish, and it has been staying bullish for quite a while, right? If you remember, we had the bullish shift from here. We got a break of structure here. We got a break of structure right there. Where is our last daily demand? It's right there. Okay, so you can see again, monthly is bullish. The daily time frame shifted first, but actually it was probably the hourly time frame that shifted first. But no, it was actually the 1 minute that shifted first down there. Right? You can see the market is fractal, and it happens like a chain reaction. First, one time frame is gonna change, then the other, then the other, then the other, and then pretty much like if you wait for that weekly time frame to shift, you miss out on all the beautiful longs right there that you could be taking on the hourly time frame, right? So yeah, right now daily is bullish. It's still it came in one of the days right there on Wednesday, tapped inside this demand, rejected, and right now we're just consolidating. You can see we're having an overall consolidation. And then of course, if I drop to the hourly time frame, 4 hourly was a little bit tricky. Okay, if you remember, even since last week, I told you that it's not 100%, but we had this bearish shift right there, right? And then I also drew this little demand zone because again, we weren't entirely sure if that was really a shift. And as you can see, the market came in, reacted, broke down. So then technically, even if you didn't take this one as a shift, okay, that's wrong. I had a break on another broker. This is TVC. Okay, maybe I'm confusing the pair. So yeah, you can see it did not quite make it. Maybe there is a break. The low of this candle is 421 and the low of this candle is 417. So there is a break, right? It's by like 4 pipettes, but there is a break. Okay, so you can say this went bearish, then this went bullish, then this went bearish again, and then it went bullish. So you can see the hourly time frame was a complete chop this week, going up, going down, going up, going down, which made it pretty hard like to determine the hourly direction. So what I can say right now, right, I'm just going to delete this because none of this is relevant, because the last break according to me is this. Why? Well, because there was also a break right there. Okay, you don't see it, but it's there. The market went below it. And again, guys, as I said in my market structure video, even if it's by 1 pipette, I count this one as a break, right? Some of you might be like, what the hell? Well, it's a break for me, right? So we break low, we broke the high, we broke the low again, and right now we broke the high. Again, what caused the break of the high? Well, to me, it's this guy in this case, right? So this is my major high low. So I am currently bullish on the DXY, and you can take a little refined level like this. I personally would not. I would take like the whole range like this. You can even take something like this. I'm just going to take it like that. And I want to see how if this forward time frame is actually going to prevail. Because remember, we're having a daily break from here. This is daily demand. The market tapped into daily demand and then went on and shifted the forward structure as well. So if from here we start holding, right, and maybe right now the 50-minute is bearish. So if the 50-minute starts turning bullish from here and getting a nice bullish flow, then definitely I'm going to be looking for the longs. Okay, so slightly bit difficult analysis on the Dixie, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm just going with that daily bullish bias. The hourly time frame to me shifted bullish very recently. It's coming in to retest demand right now, so I'm really curious to see how it's going to respond from this level. And of course, if this level breaks, we're going to align bearish, and then of course we're going to see what's going to happen, which of course it's too far away in time to predict. So that's how I currently look at it. Let's see how the week is going to play out, and stay tuned for my outlook on Tuesday. Well, pretty much the same monthly time frame on the Dixie, but just in reverse, right? We're having this massive drop to the downside. We're having this overall pullback. Do we have the 50%? Yes, we went above the 50%, and we printed this very nice bearish candle in February. Okay, so what does this tell us? Well, sure, we had a very nice bearish month, a lot of bearish momentum, so it's also above the 50% of this bearish push. The monthly time frame is also bearish, so again, we can say that we're overall bearish, and the high quality bias on the macro is sells, right? Dropping onto the weekly. Let's see what is happening right there. Exactly the same as the Dixie. We're still having this weekly demand. The market came in, reacted, came in again, reacted. So is it gonna break? Hopefully, because if this one breaks right there, then we can say that the weekly time frame aligns bearish, and then we can have even more confidence to short the Euro USD. Going on to the daily, similar again to the Dixie, exact same price action. We are having an overall bearish daily price action. Let me do this at hourly. I can take a very small daily zone like this, which is where the market came in. So yeah, if you remember, break of structure up, break of structure down, 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 tapping into like the last resort right there of this demand zone and giving like a reaction. If we study the reaction, you can see we push down with like how many candles? 4 candles. Then we have 1, 2, 3 candles returning, then 4 rejecting. So it's kind of a little bit 50-50. It looks like a V shape because you can see the bullish candle coming outside of this demand zone were pretty strong. So there is a lot of bullish momentum going on, but we failed to take out the daily high, right? So again, we are going to be having a lot of battle right now on the Dixie and EU because they're tapping like in weekly supply and demand zones and the daily, but the dailies too with this overall recent bias as well. So of course we got to be extra patient. What we can see right here is that the daily is bearish, but the 4-hourly time frame right now is bullish. EU, by the way, this week moved very fluidly. It wasn't choppy. It made some beautiful moves, right? Monday started, beautiful push, beautiful pullback, beautiful push right there. Then we trend changed for a little bit right there. Massive push up, massive push down. And then Friday also kind of tried to give a little bit of a push. So make sure to study this week's price action. There were a couple of very good textbook setups for us. I had a profitable week on EU, but I was extremely busy this week. And I just took like 1 trade on Monday. It was a loss that I missed on a massive winner. And then just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I did not trade. And then I started trading on Thursday and Friday, which luckily was good. So this is currently how I look at the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, so this is my last breakout structure right there. It's reacting right now. We're reacting from a daily demand zone. However, the 4-hourly is still bullish and you can see we're getting. So this is something also that I did not cover in the market structure video. Maybe I can touch it on another video as a separate one. Look at the momentum up and look at the momentum down, right? Doesn't it look the same? Usually what you'd like to have is a strong push up and a corrective move down, right? But what you have right there is like 1, 2, 3, 4 candles into the highs, right? And then yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the downside. So definitely the momentum is more to the upside than to the downside. But again, looking at the overall candles, they're big up and they're big down as well. And right now, the candles to the upside are pretty weak. So when I usually see this could happen as well. So let's stay open-minded, right? This is our major high low right now. The market is bullish. We're long bias on the 4-hourly time frame. Daily is bearish though, so let's keep our minds open that something like this can also happen, and of course be quick to adapt. Okay, so that's how I'm looking at EU right now. Very, very, very simple. I don't like the current positioning, right? So we came in right there and it was giving longs from here. Friday was a pretty choppy day, right? Luckily I took a win. I'm gonna show you in a bit, right? I think I took this long right there, then shifted down, back up, up, down, up, down, up, down, and did all of that stuff. So definitely I'm gonna be allowing for Monday to play out a little bit before I really start striking. So before I jump onto the other pair, I just want to very quickly show you my performance this week because I like doing that so you can learn something. I want to do those separately, but really this week I did not have the time. So there's Monday, right? So Monday was a textbook kind of liquidity grab from a weekly demand zone. So taking shorts on Monday was a little bit stupid in my opinion. But again, this is what I did. This is the long that I missed. My community took it. That was, if you took that long, I mean, you're done for the month, right? Because if you hold it, of course. We went on, we took out Asian low. Where's my Asian low? Okay, no Asian range right there. Strange. We took out Asian low, we took out the previous daily low, we aligned bullish on the 50-minute and we started trending up. But again, according to my rules right there, we shifted bearish around right there. So if I just hit a little bit of a replay, that I went on the 1 minute, the market shifted 50-minute down, it pulls back, it ticked all the rules. So again, this is just very raw data. I'm not showing all the details that are involved with taking a trade, right? Because there is a lot more. There is a series of events that we have in the team that we have to go through before we take a trade. So yeah, there is when the market broke. I immediately took it on the break because it had a 2.5 pip stop loss. It actually came in to retest, right? Giving it even a tighter one. But again, let's not get like, crazy. Gave a nice push, right? So you cannot go break even on this one because yeah, then the next logical retest area is here. And then the market just came in, took my stop loss. I was then looking to re-enter, but as the market then aligned bearish on the 1 minute, it just went on and made the new 50-minute low. And then it just went on and crushed the 50-minute high. So that's my Monday trade. And then I just stopped trading. All right, then the market created this beautiful 50-minute push, beautiful corrective price action, came in, grabbed the liquidity, aligned on the 1 minute. It was just around the news, right? So I had 2 members that skipped this trade because of the news, right? But I had a lot more that took the trade. You just took the trade, bam, right? Bam. It just like, it's even less than 50 minutes, you hit 5R, and not to say this one ran for quite a bit, right? Tuesday, no time on the charts, and I don't think we had something on Tuesday, I think, but not as much, right? I don't like it. Where's my Asian range? Why doesn't it plot? Tokyo style visibility. Oh yeah, there it is. Am I blind? Okay. So there is my next trade that comes in on Thursday. On Wednesday, there were some beautiful longs right there. I hesitated on one long right there because of a slight detail in my rules that I actually added and we discussed on our weekly webinar with the team. There's my next trade. That was unfortunately a break even because I went break even maybe too soon. The market is going down, right? We were actually bullish reacting from this supply zone, but I was looking to trade it all the way down, right? And then if I just jump on the 1 minute, 50-minute was bearish coming into retest. That was taken as a swing trade. Right now we're working on a swing trading approach, especially for the people with 9 to 5 or for the people that don't want to go to the 1 minute. This is it, right? Took it 4.7 pip stop loss. Could have taken a 3R, but probably, yeah, the broker did not actually give me a 3R because, again, the broker sometimes spread, sometimes this. I did not take profits right there. Chop, 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 push down, pushed up, and then it just came in. And I closed my trade at break even, which... So we're working on a little rule that, yeah, I'm not going to speak of that, but I had also a couple of members that actually followed the rules of our swing trading strategy, unlike me, and they kept their stop loss open. And yeah, at the end, it actually ended up hitting. Right, so that was pretty good, but this was my second trade of the week. That was a break even, and then again I think I got busy again and didn't trade during a New York. And then Friday I was all free Friday, so I over traded on Friday, right? So on Friday we were reacting from this demand zone. We were also bullish on the volatile time frame, so the buys are actually high probability. We have this push, we have this pullback, the market comes in, gives us a long, beautiful. I tried to take another long, it was a stop loss. Then I tried to take a short as we aligned, and it was also stop loss. I managed my risk well, taking them with a little bit lower risk, right, in order to protect my earnings from this one, because I just wanted to finish kind of profitable, and I was feeling that I'm starting to take a couple of more trades than I'm supposed to. So of course I know myself and I adjust my risk accordingly. That's the trade right there. So again, all the rules were met. The market came in, it missed me on this one, it pushed up, and then I entered a little bit FOMO as this wick was coming in, taking out this low as liquidity. I entered from somewhere right there, and not sure of my exact fill. You're probably gonna see it on the MT4 stats. As it took out the high, I took 30% right there, and then I closed all of it at the top right there, which was pretty sniper in my opinion. Closed everything right there. It was around 4R, and again, I don't entirely like the 4R. If the market, I see the market is slow and it just doesn't crush my take profit, I'm just gonna close the trade. Okay, close the trade right there, which also made this 15-minute bullish push, came in, aligned again, started to chop around right there. I could not get an entry here, so I was looking at the market chop, so I said, well, if it pushes down, I'm gonna take it. Push down, took it right there. Yeah, stupid trade. It just blasted through. It went all the way to the extreme, gave a little reaction, hit stop loss, right? Then the market aligned bearish. I thought, okay, well, maybe we're gonna align bearish, come in to take out like, but yeah, the mistake, I shouldn't have taken this short because then I forecasted. We have a very specific supply and demand zone, or also what you call order blocks, which was this one, right? And that's the order block that actually caused the trend change. So letting you a little secret right there, which was positioned also exactly below the Asian low, right? So I actually shared this in my outlook, right? That we can be seeking here in order to then turn on and to take out the high. So I should not have taken this short, so I took it with low risk. But yeah, the 50-minute was bearish, came in, aligned, took this one, stop loss. And then in New York, I said I'm not gonna trade in New York because I didn't want to overtrade, and I actually spotted this trade, which was a 1-minute continuation setup, which we also have part of our plan, right? This one actually ended up hitting, but I paper traded this one. So pretty much, this is my only profitable trade. I had a -1 on Monday, break even on Thursday, plus 3.5 on this one, and then I would say this is just -1 because those are half. So I'm finishing on profit. It's nothing huge, but I'm pretty happy with it, right? So that's my performance on Euro USD. I'm not sure if I traded US30. I'm gonna have to check back, but let's not waste time and actually jump onto Euro Yen. All right, Euro Yen monthly time frame. You know that I'm not a huge fan of the yen pairs, and they have been pretty choppy recently. Right now, we're starting to get a little bit more of momentum. So, very simply on Euro Yen, we are beautifully bullish on the monthly time frame. We're having a higher low, higher high, pulls back, higher low formation, and yeah, like I mean, technically, we should be going on and taking out the high, making a new higher high. I see that the bullish momentum is not again as strong. All right, you can see here we had strong. Right now we have like an indecision candle. The last monthly candle close is fine, right? We're having equal wicks on both sides. The body is bullish, so this signifies bullishness, of course, but it's kind of weak. I would love to see it close a little bit stronger. Weekly time frame, again, we've been doing this every single week. It's still bullish from here. It's pushing up right now. It's probably going to encounter this, which is not a major lower high, or it's not a supply, but there is always supply within levels like this. Daily time frame, yes, this was the only pair that actually broke out of this ugly daily range, right? And yeah, technically right now it's bullish on the daily. This being our daily demand. So bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly, bullish on the monthly. Okay, so that's very good. And the forward time frame. So forward time frame chopped for a little bit right there, went to the lows, and then we had a. So maybe on Monday, if it took a long from here, that could have been trade. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Here, like, yeah, this happens. It happened on EU as well. You get a shift of structure, and again, massive shift of structure. Then, of course, you think that where the market is sells, which is correct, right? Which is correct. But again, as I keep telling you, the market is not perfect. Sometimes it goes on to take out the low and then goes on and take out the high. And as I told you in the market structure video, when is a trend confirmed? When it makes two lows. So push, pull back, lower high, lower low. So there is first low, there is second low. Okay. This one broke, made the trend change, made us think that it's going short. Then it came on and took out the high. So I don't like this piece of price action right there. Right. It's very slow. It doesn't tell me much. I don't like the push up. I don't like the push down. Well, the push up is looking cleaner than the push down. Right. So again, technically right now, we are bullish. But we don't really have like oh, this one was cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this 6 hourly candle because I have to take like bigger base candles for my higher low formations. So there's our higher low, right? It's bullish. The market is tapping inside right now, so we have there is our break. So if you want my simple analysis, everything is looking bullish right now on Euro Yen. So your high probability setup is longs. You should be looking to take a long from here. As long as this low remains, we're bullish. There is a chance we'll break below, get a little short, tap into this daily demand, and then align again, right, in order to keep with the daily bias. But yeah, I am bullish on Euro Yen, not gonna complicate it, right? Your first thing will be to drop on the 50-minute time frame and look for liquidity grabs, look for alignments, look for momentum to the upside, and then just follow the momentum, right? If this one goes as planned, right, as I told you, it should be going on to take out this monthly high, okay? We have a lot of news next week. We also have, let's not forget, we have interest rate decision and press conference and monetary policy for Bank of Japan, right, for the JPY. So huge week for the JPYs next week. Make sure you're focused. Next on the list are the Aussies. Let's have a look. Very quick top-down analysis. So here we had a monthly break of structure. There we had a monthly break of structure. Here we aligned bearish, precisely right there. And then we pretty much went on and made a new lower low. Okay, so the question is, what is the major lower high right now on Aussie dollar? I would take this one, being more conservative. You can also take this one, okay? And this is what's gonna make all the difference. Is this the major lower high or is this one? Because if it's this one, where we are way above 50%, we should be dropping. But if it's this one, it is aligning bullish on the monthly. Okay, so I leave this to you. But again, keep an open mind, okay? I would say, again, on the monthly time frame, this does look valid to me, but it's not as major as this one. This has more pullback candles, it's more significant, and then pretty much all of these candles right there are part of this overall push. So I would say I am more towards the sell side. And again, dropping onto the weekly, you can see, yeah, so the weekly technically here, it broke this high, right? It's with a wick. It could be a liquidity gap, definitely, right? But to me, we can say that it's turned bullish, push, pull back into weekly demand. Again, if we do that same thing, we have 5 bars to the upside, and then we have 3 bars to the downside, right? Or even, 4. So there is a lot of momentum coming onto the downside as well. So again, what could happen is we can react and flip and then start going down with the monthly time frame. Okay, so this is already reading price ahead. Dropping on the daily is definitely bearish. Break structure up, down, down, down. Yeah, so this is the last daily break. Here we had a wick down, but no, this is not major. So yeah, this is our daily lower high right now and a daily supply if you want to be dropping daily levels. And yeah, we are in this weekly demand zone, but look how it's chopping. So pretty much right now, this week we had a very choppy week on the Aussie, right? Do we have any news on the Aussie? We have a speech from RBA. Oh, interest rate decision on the Aussie. How did I skip this? Did I mention this in the beginning? Rate statement, interest rate decision, speech from the Aussie. So huge week for the Aussie. So guys, be careful. Don't trade the Aussie on Monday. Wait for Tuesday and then start following it afterwards. Because yeah, again, you can see this week, I'm not even going to break it down. Choppy story, right? There we have a break. There we have a breakup that is valid. And it kind of came in and it gave us a long trade from here. It went on, made a new lower low, but then it came in, made a new high, then it made a new low, then it made a high, right? So yeah, this is this is getting messy. That's the last break. This is the last demand. We can take the wick. And yeah, so currently, if you really want my view, we are bullish. We are bullish on the Aussie, and you can see we actually came in, reacted from demand, and we are currently traveling towards this high right there, the week high. But I will be careful trading this one. So I'm just gonna leave it here. Okay, I'm gonna leave the Aussies alone. Interest rate decision on Tuesday. A lot of things could happen, right? So this can just start doing some crazy stuff. So it's not worth it to be like dropping any kind of analysis right now. And I do not like the positioning of this price action. It's currently pushing. It's at the high. It's about to take out the high, right? But it might turn back and start consolidating in the middle. So again, usually you would either want to take it from the low, right? So a trade is usually taken if it's at a higher high and you catch the top, or if it's at a higher low and you catch the higher low. Right, so right now it's in this push phase, pushing towards the high. So yeah, you can be taking like continuations right there, but the more the market pushes up, the lower the probability becomes. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Aussie JPY. Oh, my analysis is still right there. Yeah, so this one failed and then we broke up. Yeah, gave a long, then shifted bearish, then shifted bullish. So no, I'm just deleting this one. Of course, we can cover the monthly time frame, but I would hate to cover the monthly on this one. It is bullish. Right, it's bullish. It's pulling back right now below the 50%, but you can see last month was absolute chop, right? This one is an awful pair right now. And guess what? We are still, we still haven't broken below or above this daily range. Okay, so this daily range formed December 13th. We are still trading within this push, and all of this is internal. So again, guys, I'm not gonna even go further with this one. Wait for the interest rate, wait for the market to do its thing, wait for it to exit this consolidation. I can suspect we're going to be breaking the daily range on the interest rate next week, so stay tuned, be mindful of this one, and avoid trading all of this. Well, the NZDs pretty much resemble the Aussies as well, right? We are, I'd say, bearish on the monthly time frame, similar to Aussie, right? You can either take this high as your major or this high as your major, and again, this is going to make all the difference. But personally, I would take this guy. Right there, we are definitely above 50%. We printed actually here, we printed a bearish engulfing candle. So this monthly candle took out the high of the previous as liquidity and then engulfed the whole candle. So this is a very good bearish signal, and I can definitely say that maybe a lot of sellers are coming in. And yeah, so for example, NU is the one that actually caused a weekly break. Okay, so right now we have a weekly lower low aligned with the monthly bearish trend. Okay, so this is a very strong bearish market right now. The question is, okay, how do you enter? Okay, right? And you're probably going to enter on the lower time frames. So in terms of daily, this one on the daily is a little bit funky because it made a daily lower low right there. Definitely there is a lower high right there. So do you take it from here or do you take it from here? It does not matter. There was that little push that turns the daily bullish, which I personally don't like. But again, I'm mainly going to focus on the 4-hourly time frame right now, which is also bullish. Okay, but the major structure on the 4H is this guy right there. All right. So let's see how it's going to play out. What we're having right there is a macro range, manipulation below the range, initiation outside. So Usually this pattern should result in a push up, usually, right? So I don't want to really call anything because again, this is wrong to be predicting too much. You just allow the market to do its thing, and all your task is to just execute your strategy if you get a setup, right? So this is why I don't like usually forecasting. This is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. But again, I've seen this pattern. We can definitely get a long from here. And yeah, volatile is bullish. We have this push, we have this pullback. The market tried to react from here, failed, came in, took this one as liquidity. So if this was a regular day right now during the week, I will be looking to long this market immediately right now, right? We're having a 15-minute trend change right there. So I will be looking to start looking for longs, either like to pull back here or to start making 15-minute higher highs and higher lows, okay? Keep in mind that the Aussie interest rate will also indirectly probably affect the NZD, right? Because they're kind of moved together. But yeah, this is my outlook on the NZUSD. We are bullish. This is our last break. This is our last higher low formation. So as long as we stay above this one, I am bullish, right? In a weekly bearish market, but again, the weekly just made a new lower low. What happens when we make a new lower low? The market initiates a pullback. So can we have like one bullish week and then potentially to continue going lower for the rest of the month? Definitely. So this is what I would suspect to happen. But again, let's see if we can catch any longs. The target, of course, will be this high. And if we break below, then cool, we align bearish and we're just going to start shorting the pair. NJ, oh, this one broke out of this range. Oh, did it break the daily range? Wow. Hallelujah. We broke the daily range. Okay, so we took out this. This is huge liquidity right now. And you can see the market took it out and then we're immediately starting to reject to the lows. Okay, so yeah, monthly, weekly, the monthly is bullish. Daily is tricky. But so sorry, this is weekly. Yeah, so we had a break here. Then do you say you can have a breakdown there? And then technically, yeah, you can say then this is your lower high supply. Tricky. Then dropping onto the daily. Well, the daily, according to me, aligned bullish right now with a higher low right there. Right? And then the volatile time frame is probably turning bearish right now. No. So the volatile time frame is exactly the same as we have on NU. Okay, so NU and NJ exactly the same. Personally, again, I'm just going to be following the volatile time frame. So we have this push, we have this pullback. Both of them are currently retesting volatile demand zone. And if there is that bullishness on the NZDs, then I do think we can get a long. Okay, so pretty much they're the same. Exact same price action, bullish on the 4H. Forming this nice demand zone right there and a valid volatile range. So let's see if they give us any longs or they're gonna flip to the downside. Let's see. So USD/JPY pretty much resembles the DXY, right? We're having a massive bullish dollar, and right now we had 3 months of bearishness, and this month closed rather bullish, right? So I really like this candle. Really shows a lot of bullish trend. However, the main question is it gonna continue pushing up? Like, sure, the monthly time frame is bullish. We had that pullback, very good. We're probably, depending on how you draw your range, right? We are just like went towards the 50%. But this can just be like a reaction. Then we might continue dropping lower again. So we don't know. And usually the macro trend is going to be determined by like monetary policy, interest rate, and this sort of stuff. So again, sure, I'm telling you monthly is bullish, but you can have 100 shorts to the downside before actually that bullishness starts kicking in. So monthly bullish, that's fine. Then if you drop to the weekly, well, the weekly is still bearish coming in from this little supply, right? So as long as we are below this supply, well, we're technically bearish on the weekly, okay? And then you drop to the daily, which the daily is probably gonna be bullish. Yes, so the daily aligned bullish right there. Precisely on that wick, and then yeah, it pulled back into this overall sell to buy. It tapped inside and then bullish, and in fact it did not actually make a valid higher low. So according to me, the daily higher low is still here, which really sucks. But yeah, so I'm gonna ignore the daily for now, right, which is absolutely bullish right now, and drop to the 4H, which has been kind of accumulating right there or distributing within this big supply, right? We can maybe minimize the supply a little bit to something like this. You can see you can even take this, right? But then I would also take this as the major high. We came in and we're starting to throw what could maybe be Wyckoff. I still haven't gone to watch Wyckoff videos. I was planning to do so. I'm gonna do it anytime soon. Took out the high. Took out the low, made a new lower low, lower high, lower low, pushed up, higher high, right? So this is the current range. This is the major higher low formation. And yeah, hourly time frame on UJ is bullish. So do I need all of that analysis coming from the monthly? Absolutely not. What I need is this. I don't even care that we're on the left. The market is bullish, and then again, yes, if you're trading intraday, the market is gonna shift down, then it's gonna shift up, and you're gonna be like, okay, why did this shift up? Well, I don't care. It shifted up, so right now I'm bullish, so I'm gonna take a long. If this shifts down, cool. Now I'm better, so I'm gonna try to take a short. If it shifts up, you just flow, right? And all you need is to just catch like 1 or 2 good intraday trades per week. So bullish market on 4H. Yes, we are tapping inside the supply that can give us a reaction, but daily is heavily bullish. Monthly is also bullish. So again, what is going to prevail? We don't know. We have interest rate next week for the JPY, which is rather late on Friday. And it's paired with NFP. So it's going to be fun on Friday. So I think this week the JPY could get a little bit choppy before the interest rate. So be careful. Okay, be careful. But this is how I currently look at the USD JPY. So let's see how it's going to play out. UCAT had a very nice monthly candle closure. It's not an engulfing candle, right? But it's very nicely bullish. So again, what is the monthly time frame doing? Well, that's a little bit tricky. It depends whether you take this as your major lower high or is your major lower high up there, right? That makes all the change, right? That makes all the difference. So this is why I don't have rules for the higher time frames and I don't look at them, because they also sometimes could be deceiving, right? You can be looking to short for shorts right from here, but the market could actually be long. You can see it's been long for quite a while. So very good engulfing candle. We can definitely potentially continue going up. Weekly time frame is also bullish, still within this range. Again, we had a very big question. Okay, this low failed to take out the high. It should be liquidity usually, but what sometimes the market does, it just comes in to retest some sort of a demand zone right there and continues to push. So we pull back, tapped, and it looks like we're pushing away, right? So weekly is bullish, daily is also bullish. The daily line here, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So I still have my analysis on here. Yeah, so nothing happened this week, as you can see, right? We pushed up, we pulled back, Monday, tried to push, failed, and we just chopped around, okay? So we are still trading within this range. This is the major higher low, and we're still staying above it. This is the higher high that is supposed to be broken, and we're just chopping inside this range. Again, let's not forget Canadian interest rate decision next week. So this is why we're chopping right now. So what I would immediately say is wait for Wednesday. Don't do anything stupid before that, because we're having interest rate and usually we're going to have a whipsaw. Take out the low, take out the high, and then start moving in the direction. So on UCAT, wait. We're chopping right now. It's not high probability market. Of course, you can be looking on the 50-minute to be going up and down, but UCAT loves to enter into big consolidations. And I think this is one of them, right? Again, and then we're just going to probably go liquidity gap to the downside or to the upside and then start moving in the direction. So let's see, right? Be patient on this one. Don't trade until Wednesday. Wait for the interest rate. And then, of course, from next week, you can start capitalizing. Next on the list are the GBPs. Without thinking, the monthly bias is bearish. Massive push, pullback. Where do you draw your range? Do you take it from here, right? Do you take it from the top? Both scenarios have tapped the 50%. So can we continue dropping lower? Again, depends on the macro, depends on the fundamentals, depends on a lot of things. Going on to the weekly time frame, this one kind of went on and took out that weekly high by a little bit, which again, according to me, is a break of structure, but of course it could be a liquidity gap. And again, you can see we got 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks of chopping inside that weekly demand zone. Okay, so we definitely have to be breaking above or below. Dropping onto the daily, you can see the daily time frame is turning into a little bit of a consolidation right there. And of course, the daily being bearish, we have this major lower high, and then we're still haven't broken below the major daily lower low, which is supposed to be weak. We came in, we tried to push, failed, we came in again. Surprised to see that we actually did not take out this high as liquidity, so it's still in there. Then we tried to push again, we still failed. Wow, this one is very choppy. But yeah, then if we go to the hourly time frame, it aligned bearish right there. Oops. So it gave a short, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So it's technically right now bearish, dropping, breaking here, and currently turning bullish. Man, this pair is choppy right now. I'm just gonna be straightforward. There are intraday. So for example, here broke lower high, lower low, lower high. So if you take a short here and a short there, those are your trade of the week. But it's not moving, right? It's not moving. So right now we broke above. the daily lower high formation, so we're technically bullish. So I have to go on and find like a oh, 5G. Yeah, there is a demand, so like this is your major high low right now. I don't like the demand that forms like this. Weak, right? It's very weak. So this market is definitely choppy. Do we have any news for the pound next week? No. Okay, so this is cooking for something. What really bothers me is that these equals right there are not taken. Like this high failed to take out the low, should have been taken. It did not. Held, aligned, then this low. Why didn't it take out the low? I don't know. Started reacting to the upside. So definitely chopping, building for something. So be careful with the GU. I would personally not even trade it because like to me right now, the setup is a long trade from here. I wouldn't really take a long in this bearish market reacting from a daily sell zone right there and just coming very close to making a new lower low right there. So very 50-50 on this. Watch out, okay? But this is my view. That's my view on GU. If we pull back towards right there and if we get a 15-minute alignment, then yeah, I will be interested to long. Maybe to target these highs. That could be cooking. So let's see. GJ, oh, I still have my analysis on this one. So yeah, this one just broke through this little zone right there. And but this is not, yeah, this is not a valid higher low formation. So yeah, we're still trading within this low right there. If I go to the monthly, monthly is bullish, push, pullback. Last month closed bullish, nice. But again, it's a JPY pair, so it's very rangy right now. Weekly time frame is also bullish, so monthly bullish, weekly bullish, daily is also bullish right now. So I mean, the bias on this market is bullish, right? This is the major daily higher low, right? So the major hourly higher low is here. The market came in, reacted, it's starting to chop around. So few things can happen on this one. We're either going to start pushing up from here, from this 4-hourly demand zone, or we can maybe take it out. And then I'm going to be looking for a new 4-hourly alignment from this daily zone. Okay, so there are your two scenarios. But yeah, I think the pound pairs are not very nice right now. So I'm going to be careful. Like, I mean, look at this. It started very nice, started very volatile. But then since, like you can see, since Wednesday, it started to chop around a little bit right there. And on the 15 minutes, tough times right there. So I'd be careful. But yeah, this is my bias right now. We're still bullish. This is my major 4-hourly higher low. It tried to react, it failed. So then again, this low is usually becoming liquidity. If the market really doesn't push up from here, I suspect we can even come in to take out the low, tap into daily demand, and then maybe if the 4-hourly time frame shifts up, then I will be interested to take a long. Okay, and again, keep in mind that again, JPY, we're having interest rate, so watch out for that. Looking at gold on the monthly time frame, once again, it does not tell me a lot, right? Just keeping in mind, this is a commodity that usually like appreciates in value. I mean, yeah, it just looks like a stock, right? It just keeps going up, of course, with big periods of corrections, of consolidations, right? And yeah, so this is I on this one, I think I was on the quarterly time frame. So yeah, there is the quarterly time frame break. The break originated from here, right? So if I draw this, and I think, yeah, this is pretty much where we actually tagged the 50% of the quarterly leg, right? And within right there, we also have like this base demand. And what catches my attention is I want you to have a look at this bearish push, right? So this bearish push took 6 candles. The bullish took 3 candles. So the momentum is to the upside. We are having a bearish monthly candle. So yeah, sellers are currently in control, but that again could just be a reaction in order for us to continue going higher, right? Technically, the level that we should be targeting is this high, but again, this means that the DXY should start dropping because again, gold is competing against the US dollar. So in order for gold to appreciate, US dollar has to fall, which is right now not the case, right? Weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is also bullish. We have this beautiful push. We have this beautiful pullback. Very bullish. Wow, very nice bullish weekly candle. Rejecting from this demand zone right there. Although the major weekly higher low, in my opinion, will be at least this one, right? And then if I drop to the daily is also shifting bullish. So we're having a very recent nice shift of momentum in terms of the daily, the weekly as well. There is a little bit of a demand zone right there. The one right there. And then if I just jump on the 40 time frame, yes, this is going to be my major 40 higher low formation. A lot of bullish intention right now on gold, right? So it was going down and down and down and down, came into this demand zone right there. It didn't even accumulate. It just turned like from lower lows, made a high, then it took out this low right there and it just started expanding. So there is a lot of bullish momentum on gold right now, and currently the exact positioning of price is fine. It's making a new higher high. So in this occasion, you just have two choices. Either wait for the market to shift on the lower time frame and catch the correction, or just simply wait for the market to pull back and then go for the continuation, or of course just wait for new ranges to form, right? So there are your three scenarios on gold. So I'm gonna leave it here. Let me know, guys, what you think of gold. I know a lot of you are trading gold full time, you are experts in it. I am personally not, right? So let me know what you think, but I see a lot of bullish confluences on gold right now. I mean, quarterly is bullish, monthly is bullish, weekly is bullish as well. Everything is bullish right now, and now the daily and hourly are aligning bullish as well. But again, depends on the dollar. So if the dollar starts falling right now next week, maybe Powell misses something or anything like this, then it could be a really good time to long gold. So let me know what are your thoughts. Let's have a look at the indices. So here we're having a similar situation to what I just mentioned on gold, right? Looking at the monthly time frame, usually it's always gonna be bullish. Okay, yeah, with some periods of crashes, 2008, COVID crash, and right now we're having like what is called a recession or inflation period, right? It's always going to be bullish on the monthly. Okay, so I think the value on the monthly time frame is to be finding areas of supply and demand. Like in this case, this is actually a very strong area of demand, right? And you can see the market tapped in, very nicely pushed up, and actually it looks like it aligned also bullish on the monthly if we had any bearish shift right there. Okay, so we are having a lot of bullish momentum on US 30. Okay, and then of course dropping onto the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame also aligned bullish right there, and technically, according to me, this is the major higher low. This is not a higher low right there. Okay, pushed up, currently pulling back, and we're a little bit ranging on top. So indices, according to me right now, are a little bit hard to read, especially on the higher time frame. This is why again I'm just focusing on 4H and 15 minute. Dropping onto the daily, again, let's not forget this analysis. We've been drawing it for quite a while. This one was the daily supply. This is the daily lower low. We still have not broken below it. So this is still a target. Daily is bullish. It came in and took out this high as liquidity, and since then we have been massively going down, and we have right now a little bit of a recent bullish momentum. But this week US 30 was fine. I have to really double check if I didn't take. I have a when you guys start trading more pairs, you start getting unfocused. This is why I always say one pair, two max, right? Because right now I trade US 30 as well and Euro USD, and like I'm mainly focused on EU, but I also take some trades on US 30 from time to time, which I am very conservative with. But again, it's just out of my mind. Like if I took any trades on US 30 this week, which is not good. Broke structure lower, broke structure higher, and right now we're just pushing up. Right, we're just pushing up. This is the last break of structure. This is our last demand, which I'm going to draw like this. It's valid range, major higher low formation. Okay, so we're having this very nice bullish risk on sentiment right now, and it looks like the dollar is kind of falling a little bit down. So this is how I look at this market right now. I don't know why it did not go on and take out the low. We have a lot going on next week, right? So is this like a little bit of a rally to take out some sellers, because we have a lot of sellers probably entering from here, having these flat highs. Everything is collected right now. Okay, so what's gonna happen? I don't know, but currently 4-hourly time frame is bullish, and I mean the 50-minute is very impulsive right now, so I don't think there is something much to do starting on Monday immediately. Okay, so be careful on this one. Same thing right there, although this one actually took out the daily low. Yeah, this one actually broke. This one actually took it out with a little wick right there, and then look at the reaction. Boom, massive reaction. So it's tricky. It's tricky, right? So this one again, monthly time frame, no discussion. It is bullish. Weekly time frame, it is still bearish. Okay, this is the push. This is the pullback. Lower high, tried to push, failed. It becomes liquidity. Came and took it, but it came in very bullish. Right now, it looks like a correction. Can it come in and also take out this high before reversing? Okay, definitely possible. Dropping on the daily. Daily, this is a valid range on the daily, and it came in and it broke it. But then you also do the same. What caused the break of this range? Well, it's this guy, or this guy, and they're all broken right now. So technically the daily is also aligning bullish right now, which is not nice. Okay, and then of course, going to make it simple on the 40 time frame, exact same situation as on US30. Major zone, major high low. Okay, and coming in to collect all of that liquidity, because you can see it's not very slow, but it's been very slow in like making the moves down. Like it pushes down, consolidates, pushes down, consolidates, consolidates, pushes down, consolidates. Right now it's just like coming in and collecting everything that is in there. So I'm also gonna be careful. I don't trade Nasdaq, I only trade US30, but there is something sketchy is going on right there. Took out lots of liquidity below this daily low right there, and you can see immediately the rejection, right? So right now, of course, if you had any pullbacks, the bias is long, but I'm going to be looking for Powell and to really see how that's going to result in the market before I really throw any opinions out there. So yeah, for example, S&P. S&P on the daily is definitely bearish. So if I just delete everything, maybe just go to the monthly. Well, yeah, monthly is bullish. No question about it. Reacting from 35. 4K, yeah, just currently chopping around the 4K, coming up from 35. Weekly time frame is also similar to Nasdaq. It's still also bearish, coming in from this lower high. Came in, tried to react, failed, took out the high, and right now we're reacting again. Going on to the daily time frame. Daily time frame aligned bearish right there. What caused the alignment? Well, it's up there. However, here you can see we have a pullback. It broke the low and then it broke the high. So we're also having right there a bullish daily alignment. Okay, and the 40 time frame is going to be exactly the same, right? So this is the main range, major high low. And yeah, this one can just continue like making a couple of new higher highs before it comes again into a level on the left. I don't know why we're having this. Okay, I mean, if I just go to this guy right there, if you remember last week, I was forecasting like a rejection from the 125 MA, which did not even tap, which is strange, right? We went from extreme greed to neutral. So we had like this recent bearish sentiment coming in from here, like you can see extreme greed. Where's the timeline? Right, yeah, coming in from like 79 all the way down to 50. So the 50 is usually like a mean value, right? So the market came in at 50 and it's currently rejecting. So we really have to see this short-term bullishness. Is it just pre-Powell pushing in some false kind of bullishness to make people think the market is going long in order to push down? Or is it like, or taking into consideration the early, like pricing in the comments from Powell that are incoming next week? So I don't know. I'm not going to be throwing any forecasts. Let's see what's going to happen. I am bullish on all indices right now. If I can take any longs, I'm going to do so. So going on to crypto, again, I'm not really looking to trade crypto right now. We can, of course, look at it on the monthly time frame. It's bullish, right? It's bullish, of course. But again, what really matters is what happens on the weekly and the daily. We came in, took out the weekly high right there, a massive rejection. So the daily is still looking bullish. According to me, we're rejecting from this demand zone. We're starting to have a lot more sellers kicking into the market. And again, why I don't like crypto is that they tend to consolidate a lot, then they make a huge move, then they tend to consolidate again. So I am just not paying attention to it right now, right? But yeah, we have this very recent bearish sentiment. So the forward is definitely down. So if you wish to trade something, then just follow the recent sentiment. Ethereum as well, kinda. Yeah, but Ethereum is absolutely bearish on the weekly. This is why I'm also looking for this level to get taken out. Daily time frame, shifted bullish, currently in a pullback phase. Definitely looking bullish, tapping into daily demand zone. So are we gonna have another run into the upside? I don't know. But yeah, you can see this guy comes in, reacts, comes in again, takes out the high, then immediately goes to take out the low. I don't like crypto. I'm not trading crypto. I don't like it. So much better go trade the stock market or the indices. So I'm gonna wrap it up here though. Again, guys, make sure to stay tuned for all the news that are incoming. We have very major news, like we have Powell speaking twice. We have interest rate decision for CAD, for the Aussie, for the JPY. We have GDP for the euro and all stuff like this. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for my Tuesday outlook as well, where we're gonna update on what happened on Monday. Next week, the supply and demand video should be coming in. I worked on that this week, so hopefully next week I can record it and publish it. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to be rewatching the market structure video. I really hope you love this one. And I wish you an incredible weekend. I wish you an incredible week ahead and talk to you soon.